Hello students, welcome back. So in the last class we have started with the topic that is called as streams. We have defined the term that is a stream, that is nothing but the sequence of a data. And when we are talking about a data, so we can either perform the two operations like either we can take the input, that is what we can take the data as an input, or we can no give the data as output. And with respect to that, we are having the two different streams, that is the input stream and the output stream that we have seen in the last class, right? And also we are just try to see the different syntax, that how we are going to use the input stream in order to take the data as a input from different sources. Now in this class we are going to talk about the output stream, that is if I want to know produce the output, if I just want to know give the data to some destination or to some program. So whenever we want to give the data as output to any of the stream or any of the destination or any of the program, we are using the stream that is called as output stream. So likewise, if I want to take the input as data as an input, so we are having the input stream. Similarly, if I just want to give the data as output, so in that case in Java we are having the output stream. And again, with respect to how I exactly want to give the data as output, we are having the different types of output stream, same as the input streams, right? So the output stream again, if I want to use the output stream class in my program, so I will be requiring the package, that is IO package. And this output stream is again the abstract class. So as it is abstract class, so we cannot able to create the object for this. So for that purpose we'll be requiring the file output stream, right? And as we have seen this type of streams in case of input stream, the same we are having for the output stream as well, that is a file output stream. If you want to write the output to the file, then we are having a byte array. If you want to write a sequence of a data to the file, then we are having a byte array output stream. Then we are having the object output stream, that when we are going with the built-in data types as an data or as an object, then we can go with the object output stream. So we are going to see these things one by one. So the next is how we are going to create an output stream. So likewise, the way we have imported the package for input stream, the same is the case. We will be requiring an output stream as well. The very first step will be requiring a package, that is the IO package. Then again you are having the two choices, either we can go with the star or we can go with the respective classes if you know the exact name of the classes. So here let's say I know the name of the class, so I'll be using java.io.output stream, that is the name of the class which is reside inside the IO package. Then once we import the package, here is how we can create. Yes, but obviously if I want to use the functionality out the output stream, or if I want to use the functions which is defined inside the output stream class, so I need to create the object for this. And output stream as an abstract class, we cannot create the object for this, so I'll be using a file output stream as in class, right? So output stream object, new file output stream, right? Here we have created the object for output stream using file output stream, right? Because output stream is an abstract class, we cannot create the object for the output stream. And like we have seen the different methods for the input stream, similarly for the output stream as well, we are having the different methods in case of output stream as well. So as we know that output means what, we are writing the data, right? We are writing the data to some destination. So very first method which we are having inside the output stream, that is the write method. So the write method simply specified byte to the output stream, that where you want to write the data, right? Second way is what, we can write down the sequence of a data to some specified output stream, right? So whenever you want to go with the sequence of a data, so we are having the byte array, right, where we can give the array of the data as an output. The third we are having, that is very important one, that is a flush method. When you're talking about a flush method, so it is forces to write all the data present in the output stream to the destination, right? Whatever data we are writing inside the output stream, the same data is going to replicate into the destination, the way the data which you want to know, put it to the destination. Then the last we are having the close, the same as the input stream, the stream which we have opened or we are working with. If you want to close that particular stream, so we are having the close method for that. And the example which I considered to just demonstrate with the file output stream, So what I did is I just imported the two classes from the IO package. So for that purpose, I use the import java.io. IO is my package name. Then this file output stream, this is my class name. Then second is the output stream is the class name which I imported in order to use this no input output stream in my program. And I have created one main class. I have called the main function. Then I have just created one sample data, right? And the data is what? This is the line of the text inside the file. So this is what a content which are stored inside the data. And again, likewise, the way we have written the input file stream code inside the try and catch block, because there is a chance, there is a possibility that the input stream and the output stream may generate the exception or may cause the exception. So in order to handle the exceptional cases, we need to put the code which is of input stream and output stream inside the try and catch block. So likewise, in case of input stream, we have quoted the data which we have written inside the input stream inside the try block. So likewise, the data which I am writing for the output stream or the code which I am writing for the output stream, I'm going to put inside the try block. Right. Hope you understand the reason why we are putting this particular code inside the try block, right? So whichever code is likely to generate the exception, right, that particular code we are supposed to put inside the try block, right? So whenever we are putting that particular code inside the try block, so we are actually trying to handle the exception, right? And if suppose that exception is going to happen or is going to generate the exception, then how that exception should be handled? So we are putting that particular stuff inside the catch block, right? So that is the reason, right? So when you are trying to write this particular code in the Java, so this code is likely to generate the exception. So that is the reason it is required to put this code inside the try and catch block. If you do not, in that case, you will be getting the error that this is going to generate the exception. So we'll be requiring an exception handling, right? So hope it is okay. So what I'm doing is I just created one data member, that is a string which is having this particular file, or this is having this particular string. Then I'm creating the object for the output stream, that is out is my object name for this output stream class, and I just want to put this data onto this particular text file or this text this stream file, right, which has stored inside the data. So I'm going to do that. I'm initially going to create this string into the bytes, because we are looking, or this output stream is used for handling the byte data, right? So in order to handle the byte data, I'm having the string now, right? So I need to create this string into the bytes, right? And in order to do that, I'm using the byte array equals to data bytes, then data dot get bytes, that whatever the data this data is having. So I'm just trying to get the data byte by byte, and then I'm just writing that particular data which is get stored inside the data bytes using the out.write function. And once I had done with that, I'm just closing the connection, or I'm just closing this output stream. And if suppose at all the exception is occurred, or exception is been generated by this particular code, so that will be get handled inside the catch block, right? So that is how we are going to use the output stream inside the program, right? And the last and the usual question which is asked, that what is the buffered input and output stream? So whenever we are talking about the term buffered, it does mean that the storage, right? That if you are want to give some input to some program, right? If you want to give the input as a data, right? And in order to give the input, if you are using a buffered input as a method or a buffered input as a class, so it is having some buffer, it is having some storage in which the buffered input data can be stored. So the moment the data is get buffered, it is no speed in the process, right? So Java buffered input stream class is used to read the information from the stream. It internally uses the buffer mechanism to make the performance fast, right? Because every time you do not need to go to the disk to get the data, as your data has been maintained inside the buffer, right? So the speed or the performance of the data accessing is been faster, right? So the important points about the buffered input stream are when the bytes from the stream are skipped or read, right? If suppose we are trying to read some data from the stream or from the disk, and if suppose by some lacking of the connection or some of the data is get skipped or we not able to read it, then internal buffer will automatically refilled from the content input stream many bytes at a time, right? So that is what the advantage of the buffer. So when a buffered input stream is created, an internal buffer array is also created, because that is what the term buffer means, that it is creating the internal storage to store the data. So likewise for the input stream, we can also having the buffered output stream. Now whenever you want to output the data, so if you are using a buffer output stream as a class, so whichever data you want to give as the output using a stream, so that is get buffered, right, using the buffered output stream. It is used for buffering the output stream. It is internally uses the buffer to store the data. It adds more efficiency than to write the data directly into the stream. Yes, because first the data is get stored in the buffer, right, and that's why the performance is get faster. So this is what regarding the stream in Java. So in this stream, we have basically talk about what is the stream, then the different types of a stream, that is the stream is related to the sequence of data. And when you're talking about a sequence of data, so either we have to take the data as an input or we have to give the data as output. And in order to work on a sequence of a data, we are having the term that is called as a stream. And if you want to work on an input data, so we are having input stream. If you want to work on output data, so we are having output of a stream. And the way you want to take the input or output for a data, so we are having the three different types of input and output stream, that is namely file input, we are having then array input, then we are having object input. Same is the case with the output. So that's it regarding the stream. From the next class, we are going to start with the data structures, and majorly I'm going to discuss about the two data structures, and I'm expecting that you people should know explore the remaining two, which is the part of your syllabus. So in the next class, I'm going to start with the array list as a data structure, and next is your data link list as a data structure. Whereas I'm expecting that you should know, try to explore the implementation of stack and queue in Java. That how exactly we are going to implement the stack as a data structure and a queue as a data structure using a Java code, or you can see using a Java methods, right? So that's it for this particular class. See you in the next class with the next topic. Thank you.